Anthem is taking a cue from Starbucks. The health insurer is the latest big employer to offer its workers a free college education. Anthem employees can sign up for online degrees in business and healthcare at Southern New Hampshire University's College for America.
And that program costs $2,500 a year. Anthem will reimburse up to $5,000 a year. Employees are eligible if they've been employed for 6 months at least and work at least 20 hours a week.
This is the latest job perk.
Sure it is.
But, you know, I was thinking about this. Health insurance is so last bull market. I mean, Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, has made it not as relevant anymore because you can get health insurance without necessarily being employed full time.
Yeah, and some of the other companies that offer tuition help. Apple offering tuition reimbursement up to $5,000. AT&T providing it up to $5,250 in annual tuition for full-time employees. Bank of America reimbursing employees up to $5,250 for job-related courses or to fulfill what they call a job-related degree program. So it seems the other companies are stepping up as well. Yeah,
and we here at Bloomberg also will subsidize some people's graduate school degrees as well. The question is, what do the companies get out of this? You mentioned during the break, it's great PR. There's that, of course, but you're buying employee retention for a nominal cost.
Sure you are.
In this case, what, $5,000 a year to let them go to an online college. In Starbucks' case, it requires its students to apply for federal financial aid. So the taxpayer kind of subsidizes this as well. I mean, I applaud the private sector for coming in and taking matters into its own hands, but I think the bigger question mark, the bigger issue here is what happens to the employee after they get this degree?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right? I mean, what do you do with it? There are plenty of companies that subsidize it, but if there's no game plan, there's no outline of how the employee can use that degree to move on, to move to the next stage, and of what value is it?
We saw a lot of that during the financial crisis. Unfortunately, folks who graduated at that time, they come out armed with a degree. They want to get a job. They have the educational qualifications. They just don't have the resume to go along with that.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, 3-4 years later, they're still working for work because of timing.
And everyone else has degree inflation, where everyone has to get at least this degree to get their job.